What has changed the most?
I think what's changed the most is that we're all site-based. We used to be spread out all over the community and we were really small teams. And now there are a lot of people in one building with a lot of children and a lot going on, which has its good because there's a lot of people and a lot of ideas and new things to try.
Why have you stayed at Northwest Regional ESD?
There are a lot of reasons. Some of them are my coworkers, some of them are the families that we work with and everything, but I think the biggest thing for me is I find it super cool when you're working with a kid and you see them invent something for the first time. So they don't know that like gravity has already been invented. Somebody already, made that scientific discovery, but they get to learn it and it's their first time seeing it. So whether that's something simple like, I drop something and it falls, oh, that's gravity, or oh, this wheel spins, I can make a car that moves back and forth, or if it's something like, oh, if I think about how that other person feels, then it will help both of us to feel better in this social relationship. You get to see the kids kind of discover things for the first time. And for me, that always feels super magical because you get to see that they are discovering that knowledge on their own.
I love my job at the ESD because I get to play with kids and learn from the parents and coach the parents. And I love my team because they are very compassionate and understanding and knowledgeable and helpful.
Eric, what's changed the most in 20 years?
I started out as an AV repair tech when I started here, working with hardware, repairing everything from, anything that plugged in. So I switched in 2003 to the software side, and now I work with systems and networking. It's amazing.
What surprises me is how grateful families are that they can receive services for their children who have special needs. What also continues to surprise me, is the outstanding work that all the people do in this agency.
Rick, what has changed the most in 20 years?
Well, I'd say the most significant change has been the forming of the Cascade Technology Alliance, which was started about 8.5 years ago when 4 ESDs came together and decided to create a virtual technology department with all of our different tech folks and to reduce costs and improve services.
Why have you stayed?
Well, one of the nice things about being the only audiologist here is that I am able to be with a student, oftentimes pre-K, elementary, middle, and high school. So in some respects, I can become part of the family.
When you tell people about where you work, what do you say?
Well, I say that I sought out the ESD 25 years ago on purpose because the mission of the ESD is to provide quality access to education no matter where kids are, really resonated with me. So I began as a speech pathologist, and I've been in Vernonia and Gaston and Forest Grove, and what I loved the most is no matter where I was assigned, I had amazing, I might be the lone SLP in a location, but I had access to really amazing colleagues who I could pick up a landline and say, because that was before cell phones and email, gee, I've got this really complex student, can I get some advice? And so I just have really appreciated the collegiality, the commitment to professional development, and the flexibility to really have a whole career and do a variety of things.
I love working with babies and toddlers. It's so much fun, and I like working with the parents, and I love my EI team that I work with.
Tell us a story that pops right in your head about students or other experiences working for Northwest Regional ESD.
When I first started working for ESD, I was working in Tillamook, and I had a parent who absolutely refused to meet with me. And so she would send her husband and a tape recorder and a list of questions, and I would answer the questions, and he'd take them home, and I don't know what, I guess she listened to them. We did this twice. The third time she showed up in my office with homemade cinnamon rolls, and she always made sure that I had them on a regular basis for the rest of the year, and we're still friends today, and that was a long time ago, and her son is now in his 20s.
In working as an EA, I have learned that every adult
in every school is in a position of authority in the student's perspective. So we're watching them, but they're also watching us. So we're modeling. And it's really important that we constantly are aware that we are modeling.
What have you learned since you joined the ESD?
Well, I've had the opportunity to work with countless co-workers and so many children over all the years. And I've learned that each one has been a teacher to me, and I've learned how to be flexible. I've learned that things are not always as they seem to be, and somewhere down the road things can turn out so much better than you realize at the time.